Ooh, the reviews for Wonder Woman 84 are not looking good. And what's with this box office crap? Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate Harpy from an undisclosed location. This hanger is bothering me. Go away, hanger. Now, we can get into this. They are hiding the box office for Wonder Woman 1984. It's going to be that embarrassing. I predict it's going to be super embarrassing. The reviews are in. Wonder Woman is fun, but doesn't quite capture the magic of his predecessor. It's just disappointing reviews, bad reviews all around. Now let's take a look at this. What is with the box office going on here? News of the World delivers 1.1 million at Christmas Day. I've never even heard of that one. And Wonder Woman are missing in action. Breaking from tradition amid the ongoing, cough, cough, great toilet paper shortage of 2020, Warner Brothers is not providing any numbers for Wonder Woman 1984 in the customary fashion until the end of the weekend. That's because they're embarrassed. I bet that's because they're embarrassed. They don't want to see how bad it is. People are not going to go and risk going out in this, especially, if they do actually have family over for some reason or want to spend time. People are not going to go and see this movie in the theater. That's just not going to happen, especially we can just get it on HBO Max for free. You're not going to go and see. This movie is so underwhelming. I already did a review of it. I did my live reaction as well. So I also apologize for the weird location. I really apologize. It's only temporary, a couple more weeks here. And if you guys do like my content, like, subscribe, share. I'm going to try and spritz it up a little bit while I'm here. Normally, a Hollywood studio would blare the trumpets of one of its movies if one of its movies topped the box office chart on Christmas Day, a busy time for movie-going once presents are unwrapped. But this year, amid the ongoing, the thing, 2020, amid the 2020, Warner Brothers is breaking from industry tradition and shielding grosses for Wonder Woman 1984 from view until Sunday, December 27th. Sony is doing the same thing with Monster Hunter, which is heading into its second weekend. Oh, I forgot Monster Hunter was out. That one got censored over in China. Wonder Woman 84 debuted simultaneously on HBO Max and in cinemas with we'll know about when the holiday frame once numbers are revealed. Oh, it's going to be number one, but it's going to bomb. It's going to bomb majorly. I think it's going to bomb majorly. Save for Warner and Sony and other studios are reporting the usual fashion Viacom score. Well, let's take a look at some of these early reviews, shall we? Because they're hiding the numbers. Let's look at the Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, wow. You want to see this? 66% thermometer and a 74 for the audience. 66 critics. How are the... Oh, the 66 is the critics score. I mean, it's still getting... Oh, it's rated a tomato. It's not... Well, it's not a splat. It's not a splat. It's got a little tomato, so it's still rated tomato, so it's not a splat yet, but it's not a dumped out box of popcorn either. That's the worst one you can get, right? I can't even remember. It's been so long since we've gone there because all of Rotten Tomato stuff have proven to be bots. Either most of them are pro bots, actually. Most of them give fake positives. And you can always see the little code lines in there, the little brackets and parentheses and all that crap, and they're always made the same day, and that's the only movie they've ever reviewed. That's how you know that's a fake review. And they always say something stupid like, oh, it was such an inspiration. It was so diverse. It was amazing. I loved it all, the whole thing. And they don't give you any real details or any reason for why they left a review. So you know that those are all the bot reviewers. Oh, Leonard Maltin did not like it. Overall, I felt disconnected from the movie except for moments that focus on the human scale situations. It struggles to be relevant and serious. But in a superficial, cartoony way, it drones on for 2.5 hours and hasn't got a lot to say. Ooh, in the end, this movie never makes the case for why Wonder Woman is back in action beyond the obvious commercial imperatives. Yeah, so they're just doing this for money. This is Manola Dargis from the New York Times, the top critic. Critic Adam Graham from Detroit News, top critic. Wonder Woman, these are all splats, by the way. I'm reading you all splats. Wonder Woman 1984 is narratively messy and doesn't push the Wonder Woman story forward in any significant ways, other than having Die, knock off some baddies, and getting her closer to present day. Wow. So nobody's even liking this. And that's really what's so sad about this movie is that it's just kind of a sad blah. It wasn't really overwhelmingly bad. Even the Orange Man bad stuff that was supposed to be one of the things that people really were, gonna either love or hate, depending on which side to lean on. They really even didn't have that much Orange Man Bad stuff, all things considered, because the Orange Man Bad stuff that they had really was kind of just, his hair. His hair was the closest thing to the Orange Man, and he was a little narcissistic here and there, but that's pretty much every businessman. That's pretty much every over-the-top cartoony Yosemite Sam, Montana Max sort of. I guess the Montana Max would be a better way to put it, because Yosemite Sam wasn't a business guy, but he's a cartoony business sort of person. And other than the hair, he really didn't have, he was more of a J.R. Ewing because he was an oil guy. I didn't see it, but maybe that's because I didn't really watch any of the news and I'm not supposed to know what Orange Man Bad is supposed to do, because every time I go and look at an Orange Man Bad video, I'm like, where does he say the thing you said he said? And then it doesn't happen, and then people yell at me. So that's why I don't do a lot of politics ball on here, because, maybe because I'm like a free thinker and I think that they're all kind of just trying to bend us over for every... That's beyond the point. That's an unnecessary tangent. We'll go back to the reviews. Stretching out an unnecessarily long 151 minutes, says Matthew Toomey from ABC Radio Brisbane. Wonder Woman 1984 comes short when compared to its predecessor. Yeah, these are just a bunch of it's not a terrible movie. It's just long and boring. It could have been better. It could have been more fun. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. There's a lot of and we're going to be talking about this movie for probably the next week or so. Don't you? Oh, mark my word, we're going to be talking about this one for a while. I just want to do a quick little check-in on what it was like on Rotten Tomatoes, and I can't believe we're sitting here at a 66 critic score and a 74% audience score. And this is after they've fudged. This is after everything. And this is supposed to be their golden child. This is supposed to be their big, wham and girl power diversity push sort of movie. That's the thing. This movie doesn't even feel like it has any noticeable diversity. It doesn't really. Not that anyone even cares. The only people who actually care about that are the little Wokemons out there who need to see themselves on screen because they don't have a personality outside their label. So that I didn't even notice. And like sometimes you get these really forced diverse casts that, why'd you swap this one? Why'd you swap that one? You really didn't get a whole lot of that, and they did incorporate, Pedro Pascal's certainly not your typical, white man bad, but I guess he's close enough. Yeah, it was just a big wet flop of a movie, and we already talked about, we're going to be talking more about once more of these reviews come in. Oh, but when you go into all audience, it's sitting there at a 46. Oh no. What about all critics? And all critics, okay, how about top critics? We just went to the verified audience. Audience is not liking it. Okay, it gets a little higher when you go into just the verified, and there's just the top critics. How about the verified audience is a 72. So they're going to probably claim that this is getting review bombed when you go in, especially to the audience score, and you see it at a 40. Wow, 46%. But it's okay, fine. Screen Rant as of 5 hours ago. Oh, and this just in. Wonder Woman 1984 loses certified fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That is how bad this movie is. It's losing its certified fresh rating, and people are talking about this. Yeah, this movie, not very good. Not a good movie. This is just going to be, I would skip it, if you're really, really curious and want to have it on in the background. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Here we go. Wonder Woman from Screen Rant loses a certified fresh rating on review aggregation site, but it's kind of an aggravating site as well. Rotten Tomatoes, after facing multiple delays due to the 2020, Wonder Woman 1984 was finally released in the U.S. on Christmas Day after it arrived in international theaters in mid-December. The DCEU sequel was the first movie to release in theaters and HBO Max the same day, a plan that Warner Brothers will apply to all of their 2021 movies. Directed and co-written, how bad are they going to be? Because, this we get Matrix 4, Dune, we're getting the Godzilla vs. Kong directly into the... I don't think a lot of these movies are going to do that well at the box office. I think this might be an indication that, you're going to have to really, really give us a great movie for people to come out and see it. And Wonder Woman, I don't think is it. Like I said, in the beginning of this video, they're not telling us the box office just yet. So... early reviews for Wonder Woman 1984 were positive. That's because you guys like to keep access to the theaters and the creators and the directors and the producers and the studios and Hollywood. That's the only reason why you guys are giving these good reviews for now. With Screen Rant's own Molly Freeman praising the movie as being filled with hope, love, and wonder, and other critics saying the movie is worth the wait. Because we know you're shills, because this movie was boring, and everybody is saying, everybody I trust, all of my friends online, all of the YouTube community, all my friends on YouTube here, they all say it is a bad, boring movie. And that's all it is. It's just a boring movie. It's not even terrible. It's just a boring movie that you don't really want to sit through and isn't entertaining or engaging. As of December 17th, the sequel was certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. The sequel initially scored an 89%, making it one of the best-reviewed DCEU films, behind the first Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Birds of Prey. The general consensus of the film said it was hopeful and optimistic, and the sequel, hopeful and optimistic, gee, that's what they lie to us and tell us Star Trek Discovery is, huh? Because that's the word we use to say that's what we want in Star Trek. Making it one of the best-reviewed films, behind the first Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey was also terrible. So, looks like we know that Rotten Tomatoes are just trying to kiss butt to HBO Max and Warner all of a sudden. Usually they kiss Disney's butt. Maybe they're realizing that Disney might be in trouble a little bit. Just in the grand scheme of the world right now, if you know what I'm saying.
Winky face.
The general consensus for the film said it was hopeful and optimistic. As more reviews came in, the score later dropped to 80 but still remained fresh. However, its Wonder Woman 1984 release in theaters and HBO Max on December 25th, the sequel has lost its certified fresh rating because it was bad. It had dropped down to a 67% as of this writing, according to the tomato meter. I can barely say it. It's the thermometer. With a total of 271 reviews and an average rating of 6.30 out of 10 on the tomato meter, the critics' consensus reads, Wonder Woman 1984 struggles with our sequel overload, but still offers enough vibrant escapism to satisfy fans of the franchise and its classic central character. The movie, which currently holds a 74 audience score. Oh, it's 40-something if you go to like non-verified, just regular audience. Yeah, it's in the 40s, which we saw. Being described by critics as saying confusing, narratively messy, and totally schizophrenic, with some criticizing the movie for being too long and not pushing the Wonder Woman story forward. 182 critics gave the film a fresh rating, and 89 rated it as rotten. It's not uncommon for a movie score to drop after a second wave of reviews come in, but it's a little surprising to see Wonder Woman 84's plummet so far. We're not, no, I'm just disappointed because, yeah, this is why we don't like the critics, the shill critics. This is why we don't like the ones who have access to the studios for the most part, because those are the ones who are not going to tell you the truth. The people who are going to tell you the truth are the people you know, the people on YouTube, the people you trust, the people in your community. If you're an up-and-coming channel, there's a million of them, of us, and we all talk to each other, and we all know each other. What's more, a certified fresh rating typically means Rotten Tomatoes is confident the score is unlikely to change much, but that's clearly not the case here. Oh, I think it might go further. It might drop even more. However, 67% is still a fairly decent score, and while Wonder Woman 1984 may not live up to its first movie, it sounds like it's still a fun movie for fans and those who want an uplifting end to the year. You know what's uplifting? Cobra Kai's coming out January 1st, and that's close enough. I can just wait a day for, something actually good, because I know probably from what I've seen, based on what I've seen before, is going to be really, really freaking amazing. Because like with the original Wonder Woman, it was pretty good. It was pretty decent. It was probably about a 7 out of 10. The third act was bad and was too long, but it was a pretty fun movie. It was pretty decent. This one, no, too slow, well, I already reviewed it. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42 from the road, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Suck it up, whiny pants.